What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Welcome to this week's episode 133 of the STS Guys. I am Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
And we're missing everybody else.
That's it.
Hey, and we are the STS Guys, a weekly podcast where we sit around, shoot the shit, and talk about anything geeky, nerdy, and cool. What is going on this week, Larry?
Hey, Jeremy.
Hey.
I'd say it's been a week.
It has been a week. But you know what? So we are down a couple STS guys this week, but you know what? We'll still have a good episode this week.
We'll figure something out.
Like I said, that's always the best.
This is, I think this is only the second time since we've started doing live episodes that there's only been two people. You and Scott did one when I was moving. Like the weekend I moved, Nate had something else going on too. And I know you guys did one where you talked like about trailers or something. Yeah. But other than that, like we really haven't had just two people. Like this is different, man.
Well, so think about what you just said there. Like I said, there were only two people said when you were moving. Now there's only two people when Scott's moving.
Yeah, exactly. So Nate needs to plan his like dinners with his mom on different nights when we're not moving.
It's all good, man. All right, so let's real quick before we get to so let's say hello to the chat. We have Ed, we have Ryan Matsumoto. What's going on, Ryan? We have Manny. What's going on, Manny? We have Jessica Pogue. What's going on, Jessica? It's like I said, it'll be a fun kind of weird episode, but you know what? We'll get through it.
Yeah, it'll be different. But you already dropped like at least 2 bingo squares. So don't forget to get out your STS Guys bingo cards. If you go to podcastbingo.com/STS Guys, you can play along. It might be a little bit hard because Nate and Scott aren't here, but still get out your bingo card. Shout out to Andrew for hooking us up on that. And I have to play the sound because I love the sound.
Bingo!
I do love that sound. Oh, also, hey, what's up going on, hockey? I forgot to give you a shout out.
Hey, hockey.
All right. So, like I said, I do have a couple It's Been a Week stories. I said I'll kind of go into one, and then I said we'll go into the other. And Larry, I said I think you know what the other one is because I showed you right before the stream what we're gonna do. No, so I've been getting really back into comic books lately.
Cool.
Like crazy back into comic books, right? And so, you know what? Like I said, I've been eyeing this one like first appearance for a while, and you know what? I finally pulled the trigger on it. So I ended up actually getting a first appearance of Deadpool, New Mutants '98. I never wanted to spend the money for a copy of it just because I remember seeing. Let me rewind. So I remember seeing this comic, like I said, way back in the day, like I said, when I was like a kid, like I said, in the dollar bins, because like I said, no one cared about New Mutants. Like it was like $1. It was like it's like a quarter. So I can only imagine how many people pulled this book out of these dollar bins for like a dollar or a quarter. But I ended up actually picking up a copy, CGC 9.6. So I posted that on my Instagram. So definitely check that out. But yeah, first appearance of Deadpool. That was my big purchase for the week.
Yeah, I saw that. You posted up. You're still kind of doing the one cool collectible thing every day on your Instagram. But yeah, dude, that was a good pickup. I remember you told me about that. Like those Deadpool books used to be super cheap and nobody cared, and now it's like the biggest thing in the world. So I get it, but it's still a really cool comic book to have.
And no one cared. So here's what's crazy. It went from nobody caring to like the cheapest you can find one in that condition is like $300.
Yeah,
it's just crazy.
Well, now is probably an okay time to pick it up. People aren't spending quite as much money on collectibles and stuff probably because you already burned through your Trump money. Like Deadpool's not super popular right now because it's been a while since the movie. So you're getting in at a good time before like another Deadpool movie drops.
And honestly, that was my kind of my, like, you know what, it now is as good a time as any, just because I said, one, like I said, this used to go for like I said, $400, $450. Like I said, right around like Deadpool 2 time when that movie came out. So it finally dropped enough in price. I'm like, it's not going to go down lower. And it's going to be one of those books, kind of like I said, there's a few comic books over the course of time that I've kicked myself for not buying just because I'm like, I don't want to pay that much money. That's too expensive, and it's just continued just to go up over time. Yeah. And I honestly think this is also one of those books as well.
Yeah, Deadpool is super popular.
Shout out to the chat. Scott has joined the chat. What's going on, Scott?
I think Scott's not here, so does it count as Scott's out sick?
Scott's out sick, yeah.
Scott's out sick.
Scott's out sick.
Scott, so recap, right? Scott is somewhere between Phoenix and Austin, Texas right now. So Scott, I hope your road trip's going well. We were going to talk about road trips today. Like, I know Scott had a story, Jeremy had a story, but I think we should save that for when Scott's back so we can tell us about his trip from Phoenix to Austin.
No, I think that is a fantastic idea, just because I said, knowing Scott, there has to be a story.
There's got to be something, right? He's in the middle of like West Texas right now, probably with his 2 dogs and a cat. There's got to be something crazy going on.
Well, and honestly, like I said, I'm trying to figure out where. Like I said, we had a crazy storm hit here last night. So so I'm wondering if he ran into any of that craziness. I said on his journey in so far, but like I said, I've never seen so much lightning in my entire life. Like it was scary. Like it looked like a strobe light was going off in my house.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah. I saw that. I think Patrick's in the chat. I saw Patrick tweet something out. I guess he lives in Texas too, which I didn't realize. But yeah, it was like all of like West Texas was just like totally like, I don't know, the rain on the Doppler radar thing was this huge storm. So yeah, hopefully Scott's having a safe trip. Oh look, he's in the chat and he says it's nice and clear here, no storms.
Nice.
Good deal.
So my other part that it's been a week was actually a clearance find. And I said I actually found I said if you guys remember, I said this little show that used to be super popular, but I don't think it's as popular anymore. But like I said, apparently still millions of people watch it. Walking Dead, right? And so earlier this week, I said on one of the deal websites I follow, I'm like, I said these little guys. I said, these little guys for $10 a piece. So basically, it's the Walking Dead autograph collection. So basically, where it was, it's a signed card. So it's basically a signed cast member from the show's autograph, right? These normally go for like $50. So I found them for like $10. So I'm like, you know what? I'll buy 3 of them for $10. Like, so that's worth it. Right.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty good deal. Even though it's not my favorite show and I don't watch it anymore, I still have like fond feelings towards Walking Dead. Like I don't hate it.
Yeah, well, it's that, and then like I said, for $10, I said like even if it's like someone like I'm like I don't really care about. Like I'm like it's just $10, and I have their autograph, so it's kind of it's like good to add it to the collection.
Yeah.
Cool. It says, like I said, I love The Walking Dead and still follow it. Like I honestly like I stopped watching after like the 7th season, and because of quarantine, I actually watched the next couple of seasons. I'm like hey, this isn't bad.
Yeah, I know. I heard it got better. I don't know, man. I stopped watching. I know it was when Carl died. That was it for me. I just stopped. I think it was that mid-season break episode. I didn't even finish it. I'm just like, I'm done. I don't enjoy the show anymore. But like I said, I've still got fond feelings towards it. Like I when I see like articles about it on like IGN or something, like I look at it and I'm like, oh, like something happened with the show recently. I'm like, oh, I remember liking the show.
Yeah, it's like I said, I watched the couple follow-up seasons after I stopped watching it. I'm like, I'm like, it's actually not too bad. And then, like I said, it's not a spoiler anymore because, like I said, it's been, I think, like a year or 2 years since it's happened now, or maybe a year, maybe a little bit more, that Rick died, or supposedly died,
or disappeared, or
whatever.
I don't even know because I wasn't watching.
And so I'm like, this show's gonna just fall apart because, like I said, without the main character, like and him going Carl and all that other fun stuff. But Michonne and I said and Daryl, so Norman Reedus' character, like, picked it up pretty good. I'm like, okay, this isn't half bad. But real quick though, I'm kind of anxious to see what's in these bad boys.
Yeah,
so how about a live unboxing right now on the podcast?
I say go for it.
So let's see. Like I said, this shouldn't take too long, right?
Yeah.
All right. So box number 1 here. Okay, let's go with box number 1. Right.
Cool. So while you're opening that, I don't know who's on the checklist, but like, who would you like to get? I mean, clearly like a Rick or Negan would be like top of the list, but like Beth, Like I'm trying to think of who I used to like. Maggie, Herschel. Like there's a lot of good characters.
There's a lot of good characters. So I think I would like I said, either like a Daryl. I said a Michonne would be good. A Rick, a Negan. Like I said, because Jeffrey Dean Morgan. And honestly, I said if even like so do you remember Simon? So basically, like Negan's like right hand.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, he's also the voice of Trevor in Grand Theft Auto. And so, like I said, he would also be a kind of cool one to have because he's actually been in a ton of different things. So
yeah, I know that guy. I don't know his name, but I know who you mean.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but I know that I just know him, like even before like said Walking Dead. I'm like, hey, it's Trevor from Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh yeah.
Oh, real quick, I said if you have never played Grand Theft Auto 5, up until May 21st from Epic Games, you can actually go download it for free right now.
Oh wow,
so
that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Is it just PlayStation or?
Yeah, no, computer.
Computer. Oh, okay, cool.
Computer. Yeah. So,
yeah.
So if you have a semi-decent PC, you can actually go download yourself a copy of Grand Theft Auto 5 for free. So just go to you have to download the Epic's game launcher, but like I said, it's
okay.
All right, so let's go with it. Scott says Stephen Ogg. Yeah, I think that's his name.
Sounds right. Yeah. Brian throws out some good names too. So Brian's over there on Facebook. He says, I like Daryl, Maggie, or Negan. Those are three solid characters.
Card number 1.
All right, dude.
We have Reg Monroe. So
I have no idea who that is.
I have no idea who this is. So his actual name is Stephen Coulter. It says, like, hey, congratulations, you received an autograph card, of Steve Coulter, who was played Reg Monroe. So I'm like, okay. So
before this, I was saying, yeah, you can't go wrong. There's like even the bad people probably aren't that bad. That one's pretty bad.
That one, no one's okay.
Maybe worth the $10, but I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Let's hopefully we get a little better here. All right. So box number 2. All right. This one's not much better, but it's still better. We have Nicholas. So remember, this was the asshole in Alexandria who always tried to like kill Glenn.
Yeah. Right. He was around like when Glenn got stuck under that dumpster. I think it was around that time, right?
Yeah. So and then he was also the one. Remember, he's the dude that's responsible for killing I forget the actor's name. The guy who played Everybody Hates Chris in that one. In the turnstile.
Yeah.
So
I think that was the same scene, right? Like when they were at that, I don't know, mall or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I remember that. I don't remember the guy's name. Like you said, slightly better than the first one because at least we remember him.
So his real name is Michael Trainer. He plays Nicholas, and that one's actually numbered 33 out of 92. So there's only 92 Nicholas autographs out there.
Cool, not bad.
So okay, we're 2 down. Last one. Let's see if we
somebody good.
Come on, someone good. Okay. Got someone good. At least someone that I wanted. We were just talking about him. How about a Simon? So a Stephen Ogg.
That's perfect. Nice. Sure. Why not?
All right. So honestly, this was probably just worth $30 just by itself. So
yeah, for sure. And the other two are okay. So that's not bad.
Yeah. So I got a Simon. So he's looks like it's 21 out of 58. So
wow, that's not too many.
No. So cool autographs. Plus, I said they come in like these nice like DCW like plastic protectors too. So.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
All right, so I got the Simon. So like, you know what? I'm happy with this one just because I said it's not just Walking Dead, but like I said it's also like I said video game related too from like I said Grand Theft Auto 5. Simon rocks. Simon Stash rocks. You know what? Simon Stash does rock.
Yeah. He was the guy. He went to the hilltop, right? And he would mess with them up on the hilltop and stuff. Yeah. That's what I remember him for, kind of the most.
Yeah, he was always the ass.
Yeah. Scott says he's in Westworld too.
Oh yeah, he is in Westworld, isn't he?
Are you still watching Westworld?
You know what? The funny thing is, I actually just restarted it tonight just because I never watched it after the first season. Because I'm like, I don't want. I'm like, it kind of like faded off, right? Yeah. I think it's because there's such a big gap in between the first season and the second season. But I'm like, I started watching. I'm like, okay, I'm like, this show isn't bad. I'm like, that's the nice thing about being in quarantine is like, you know what, you get to revisit some shows that you just forgot about, like Walking Dead and Westworld.
Yeah, it seems like people like it. I remember because you recommended it to me, and I couldn't really get into it. I made it through probably like 3/4 of season 1, but it's still on.
Yeah, like well, and apparently, like in season 2, they go to like a Shogun world, and like
right. It's developed into some cooler stuff that I'm kind of interested in, but man, I don't know if I can give up the time. I'm too busy. I'm rewatching Community. Like, come on, I got my priorities.
Okay. So also too, just shout out to our US listeners. Like I said, here in exactly 10 days, I said we had the launch of HBO Max.
Oh yeah. What's on HBO Max besides Friends?
You have Big Bang Theory, you have a few other like big time shows that are actually coming to that.
That's cool.
Plus some original content. So I said you can actually sign up for. So the cool thing is you can actually sign up for. They kind of like copied the Disney Plus thing. You can actually sign up for HBO Max now and actually start streaming HBO now until HBO Max launches.
Oh, cool!
You can also save like $5 a month on it. So
that's cool. That's honestly like that's enough motivation to sign up now, right? Yes, like I was just thinking, like I went on Disney Plus earlier today, and I'm like, ugh. Like there's nothing good on Disney Plus and nothing new. Did you watch that show on Netflix with Christina Applegate, Dead to Me?
Not yet. That's good.
It's pretty good. So season two came out this week or last Friday. I finished it. It's like 10 episodes. But right, the season 1 was Christina Applegate's husband got hit by a car and he died. And then, right, it just kind of follows around her and like the grieving and trying not to do spoilers. But this other girl comes, the girl from Freaks and Geeks comes and be her friend. And they basically just become friends. And then season 2 kind of takes over where season 1 left off with a big cliffhanger. It was pretty good. It's one of those shows, like if you have nothing else to watch, it's definitely worth checking out. I really enjoyed season 1. Season 2 gets a little bit ridiculous. It's right. It's one of those things like we don't know where to go from here to keep the show going. So it means they just get a little bit crazy with coincidences and stuff. So it's still good though.
Like I said, I'll have to check that out because like I said, I don't know, like Netflix original shows, like I said, have like been kind of like, they're like if I literally have nothing else to watch, I'm like, I'll go ahead and tune in.
Yeah.
Real quick, Scott says HBO Max is also the new home of South Park. Yes, I forgot about that. It's also nice. The new home of South Park, which is weird. Like I said, it's all these like individual shows from like different networks, so they somehow got onto HBO Max. Like,
but it's pretty good shows, like you said, especially for just a random mix. It's like they went around and cherry picked some of the good stuff that wasn't on any other platform. So I don't know. It's HBO. I trust, right? HBO does pretty great original content too. So maybe they'll throw some money at it and we'll get some cool original shows too.
No, absolutely. No, but yeah, no, kind of with the Netflix thing though. Like I said, the last Netflix like original series I watched, I'm like, hey, I like Paul Rudd, right? Did you watch that Paul Rudd one, Living with Yourself?
No, I saw it and I thought the same thing about like, right? It's like I like Paul Rudd. I'd probably like this, but it sounds like maybe it's a good thing I didn't start it.
Yeah, it's just like I said. It started off like, hey, this has potential. Like this. It's almost like an adult version of like Multiplicity. You know, with that Michael Keaton movie.
Yeah.
Like, please tell me you've seen Multiplicity.
No, I have not.
Oh,
I have not, but I at least know what it is.
Yeah, I said you definitely have to watch Multiplicity. Like I said, it's a great Michael Keaton movie where he clones himself, and so basically he has a clone of himself that does.
Maybe I have. Maybe I have.
It's pretty classic.
Like when it first came out, like I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out and I'll see if it looks familiar.
Yeah, it's pretty classic. So you definitely have to check it out. But yeah, it's almost like a take on that, to where like it's like Paul Rudd goes to this place that he says like it's going to make him happier, and so he goes to this institute. It looks like this kind of like massage parlor. He goes in, and then all of a sudden, I said he comes out. Hey, he's happy, right? And so what ends up happening is, I said, they actually like end up killing. I said they try to kill the original Paul Rudd and just clone him and basically take out like all like the bad memories and stuff and make him successful. And they said they send him home. But the killing didn't work. So the original Paul Rudd ended up waking up and not dying. And so now there's two Paul Rudds running around.
Oh, okay.
So like it had potential, but it just like,
yeah.
Like I said, the first episode was like, hey, it was really good, and then it's just like it just tanked from there. Like it was pretty bad.
I don't know. Maybe I'll. Yeah, no, it doesn't sound like I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna check it out. So HBO Max, right? Ed says it looks like it's Warner Brothers shows. That makes sense. And then Gary jumps in too with a sounds like a Green Lantern show is being developed or movie for HBO Max. That would be cool.
Yeah, they're like so they're trying to be a contender for like I said, just streaming platforms, and so they said there's going to be a whole bunch of original content in there. They're supposed to have, like I said, a Friends movie that comes out that was actually supposed to start filming already, but I said I think it got delayed because of.
Oh yeah, it was a reunion. I think it was just like a panel thing, like where they were going to sit around and talk. Yeah. It was like a reunion special. Did you see that Parks and Recreation reunion thing that they did like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, on that is it the thing that why am I drawing a blank on his name?
Nick Offerman.
Yeah, no. It's maybe I'm thinking something else. I
don't know what you're thinking about, but anyway. So yeah, no, they did. It basically it's like a Zoom meeting episode where everybody's at their own houses and stuff, but it was pretty good. It wasn't quite the same, but it was still interesting. That's why I'm like, a Friends reunion would be cool, but I think they're just going to be sitting around and talking about favorite memories. It's basically like a podcast, right? It's like the Zach Braff, Donald Faison Scrubs podcast, but you get them for an hour.
Oh, okay. So I was thinking something else because have you seen these reunion shows that Josh Gad has been putting together? Yeah, okay. So I thought it was one of those.
I saw the Goonies one. Same idea except for it was scripted. Mm-hmm. It was, and they're in character, and it was on NBC. I don't know. I don't like. Do you like Josh Gad? I don't really like Josh Gad. That's part of my problem with those.
So I like Josh Gad in two different roles. The very first role I like him in, like I said, the original cast of the Book of Mormon.
Okay.
He played Elder Cunningham. He played that role really, really, really good. And then the other Josh Gad role I liked was what the hell was it? It was some like raunchy like comedian like comedy show, but.
Yeah, I think the thing I didn't like about the Goonies one is it seemed like it was super edited, which I get, but at the same time, like it didn't feel natural, right? There could have been some awkward pauses or whatever. Like it seems like they just chopped it up a whole lot, which to me, I don't know. Does that mean they left out things that like they didn't want to say or whatever? Clint says Josh Gad is also Olaf. I feel like Clint would know. I know he's seen Frozen at least once or twice.
He is. Like I said, he is Olaf, and he's also he's the progressive friend of Gaston in the live action remake of Beauty and the Beast, I think too.
Oh, okay, cool. I haven't seen that, and you can't be mad at me for not seeing the Beauty and the Beast remake.
I don't blame you. Like I said, I don't even know how I even know that. Like I said, I don't.
I'm shocked, actually. Yeah.
LeFew, yes, LeFew.
Okay.
Like I know that he's on there. Well, I think the only reason I know that he was on there is because it was a whole controversy of deciding whether this character was like gay or not. I think.
Okay.
So I think that's the only reason I know that he was in that show. But yeah, it's. Speaking of remakes, so like and everything else like that, like. What show, like I said, deserves, like I said, a modern remake? So let's just like discount, like I said, everything that's been like remade already, and like anything that's from like the early 90s or 80s or even before that. Like I said, what show would you like to see brought back and remade for a modern time?
Well, you're putting me on the spot because we didn't talk about this, which is fine.
That's how we roll here.
I know. So two things come to mind. One, I don't know what I was looking at this morning, but Fred Willard died, right? So Fred Willard, great actor, died, and I'm like, I felt like there was a show, like some sitcom that I'm like, I know Fred Willard was in this show. It was probably short-lived, and I really liked it. So I went to his IMDb page to try to find it. I couldn't find it. But Fred Willard was in at least like one episode of everything. Like he was in one episode of Murphy Brown. Like he was in some South Park. He was in a King of the Hill episode. Like he was in The Simpsons. He's in like at least one episode of like every sitcom or TV show that we liked.
That dude never looked. He looked the same. Like
yeah.
Too.
Yeah, he didn't age much, man. But I was going pretty deep, right, trying to find this show that I thought I remembered, which I didn't end up finding. But anyway, he was on at least a couple episodes of the 80s TV show Out of This World. Do you remember Out of This World, where the blonde girl, her dad was like an alien or whatever, and he lived in that pyramid kind of thing? They need to bring that back. There needs to be like Alien Dad show where you can't talk to your dad except for through like Skype or something.
Yes, I remember. So because I remember that when there was like that little like cube thing, right?
The weird.
It was like the Tesseract. It's like
sure. Yeah, right.
But yeah, I do remember that.
Super deep random cut. But like that show could work, right? Bring it back. You got this teenage girl who's all obsessed with, going to the mall and like Instagram and I don't know, TikTok, whatever the kids are into nowadays. But she's can only talk to her dad through like a Zoom meeting through this cube. Because he's an alien, right? And she's having trouble fitting in. It works.
That would be amazing. That would be.
Watch it.
I would watch that. I would watch that.
I feel like there's not a lot of good like family sitcoms anymore.
No.
We get a lot of good content, but there's not a lot of this good like Full House, Family Matters, Saved by the Bell, sure, Step by Step. Those kind of like family shows. It's not quite the same as it used to be. I think we need to bring back some of those.
Bring back TGI Fridays.
Yeah.
TGI is it? Yeah. Not the restaurant.
Not the restaurant sucks. No, the ABC, yeah, Friday night lineup with like Boy Meets World. Yeah. Bring back some of those random things. I mean, like, there's no original ideas, so why not go get Out of This World?
Yeah.
Remember the one where remember Small Wonder, where the girl was like a robot? It's like she wore that like red like plaid dress, and like her dad built her. And like sometimes they had to like take off her dress, and like there's a panel on her back that he had to like tweak and stuff to fix her, because sometimes she'd get stuck and she'd like stutter. They should bring back like Robot Daughter too. I'd watch that. Yeah, Vicky. Gary remembers. Thank you, Gary.
All right, so I'm thinking more about Out of This World now, right?
Okay,
so that's also the same show where she like froze. She had the ability to freeze time.
She did the finger thing, right? Yeah, I totally remember
that show needs to come back.
Yeah, right. You do the finger thing and you freeze time. Which I always thought was super cool. Like, ooh, I wish I could freeze time by touching my fingers together.
Dude, you can modern. Okay, so we're gonna go on a tangent right now. You can modernize that. Like instead of her touching your fingers now basically she has alien tech that's built into her cell phone.
Right. Her alien dad gave her a super secret app that she could press to freeze time. Right? Didn't get your homework done? No worries. I got an app to freeze time. I got plenty of time to finish that calculus homework.
Bink. Yeah, and then you have your piano moment of of learning, and then like, hey, you unfreeze time, and it's kind of like Family Matters. Like I said, I've actually been rewatching Family Matters. Shout out to Hulu for Family Matters being on Hulu. I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm like, I have to have something on in the background. I'm like, why not throw on some Family Matters? And so as I'm watching this show, right, I'm like I start to get into like the deep lore of Family Matters, and it's so funny. Like I said, so apparently, because I wanted to figure out basically like why characters just like disappeared. Like, so for example, like I said, the middle Winslow child, Judy. Oh no, so the baby Winslow, Judy. Actually, I guess in season 4, she went upstairs and was never seen again.
That's awesome.
And they never mentioned her and everything. And
I kind of remember that. Yeah, right. She just didn't. She wanted out, so she went to her room.
So then I had to figure out, like I said, why'd they write her out? Like, was it just because it didn't work, or so? So apparently, they said she wanted more money and more screen time, and they said no, because so obviously they said the more screen time we're going to give to, like I said, this Urkel guy, who I totally forgot wasn't really in the majority of the first season.
He showed up, he was like a minor character.
Yeah, he showed up like twice in the first season.
Okay.
So I'm like,
then Urkel Mania hit, and he was like 90% of the show.
Yeah, and then like I said, the other day I watched the episode of, and I remember this I specifically remember this contest too. So remember the contest they had to where you actually could basically send in a tape of you acting like Urkel, and you could be on the show.
It sounds vaguely familiar, yeah.
So I said they basically had that episode on of basically where, like I said, it had all like the kids who won the contest, and so like there was like I said this girl, these couple kids, and like I said, and everybody else of like all these people who like won this contest.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't remember seeing that one offhand, but I haven't watched Family Matters since it was on. So
you gotta rewatch it.
It seems like, honestly, like it's the perfect work from home show. Just kind of throw it on and have it on the background because you don't have to pay that much attention. That's why I'm watching Community, because I don't have to pay that much attention to Community. It's just kind of there.
No, absolutely. Well, then, like I said, another one of those characters that disappeared from Family Matters was Aunt Rachel. So Aunt Rachel was
she was a big
primary character. She had the restaurant. She had everything else. Yeah. Then all of a sudden, like I said, she just disappears. But little Richie is still.
That's right. Her kid was still around. That's weird. God, what a weird dynamic for that show. Because like they could have for the middle daughter, like they could have done like the Becky on Roseanne and replaced her with another character, but they must have had a meeting. They're like, yeah, no, we just don't even need this character. Like, you want more money? You can go. Good luck with the rest of your career. Like, we'll see you at the reunion show in 30 years.
It's so crazy, right? Like just to not like just to completely write off a character, and then everyone acts like they never even existed.
Yeah. How horrible. Like how horrible. And that's like it's not like that girl did anything after. Like that's her crowning achievement. She stood up for her principles and be like, I need more money, I need more screen time, and they're like, nah.
She did do something after.
What'd she do?
Adult film industry.
Oh well, yeah, sure.
Because I had to look it up. I'm like, what happened to Judy? And then apparently they said she went into the adult film industry.
She should have just wrote her like one scene a week and taken that paycheck.
Exactly.
What a shame.
All right. So
Scott brought up Scott didn't originally bring it up. I forget who did. It was Sean. Or Scott. Yeah, no, Sean. Okay, I'm trying to read names as I'm looking at the chat. It was Sean who said Alf. Like you can totally bring back Alf because it's a puppet.
Yeah. Like I said.
And so I know my wife a while ago, a long time ago, like at least a year or two, tagged me in like a Facebook post that Alf was supposed to be being remade. I wonder what happened to that.
I don't know. Like I said, I remember.
Perfect. Right. You just bring up a new family, like whatever. Maybe he went back to Melback. Maybe he didn't, and then he was coming back to Earth, and he crash lands in somebody else's garage, and the rest just writes itself.
That would be amazing. I would rewatch the shit out of some Elf.
It's the perfect show because you don't need the family. You just remake the puppet, man.
Yeah, like
it's super easy.
Like he crash lands. Like I said you rewatch it, but here's the thing. So and you've even kind of mentioned this kind of point before. Would people watch it though? Like I said, are family sitcoms still a thing?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's why they're not there.
Yeah, because maybe like kids nowadays, like I said, they're all addicted to the YouTubes and the TikToks and I said and the Instagrams of the world. So
yeah, true. Maybe they just don't have the ratings that they used to, so that's why they're not producing them. Well, I told you, you asked me a couple episodes ago if I watched that Big Show on Netflix with the WWE superstar, The Big Show.
Show.
That reminds me of like those kind of sitcoms that we watched when we were kids. And it's pretty good. It was trending, like at least for that first week when it originally came out. I don't know. Like that's the closest thing that I can think of that's been new. I don't know. Like I think Elf would, because it hits the nostalgia. It's one of those I'm gonna make my kids watch it kind of shows. People love puppets.
I would rewatch Alf. Like I said, I would rewatch the shit out of some Alf. Like, and just think of all the different things you could do. Like there's like there's modern technology, so he has to be really careful so people don't snap pictures with cell phones. Like,
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Right, get like a Bigfoot-esque picture of him like walking through the woods, and maybe somebody's got a blog about like this creature that they keep seeing in the town, right? And like the nosy neighbor is the blogger who's like creeping around and trying to figure out this mystery.
That show writes itself.
It totally does.
I would watch that.
I would. I think you could do it good, right? And like it's one of those things that because there was no technology in the 80s, like you could do a totally updated version of it, right? Like the Elf monster or whatever could have his own Facebook group and all that cool stuff.
All right, so you know what show I wish they would bring back?
What?
Tales from the Crypt.
Oh yeah, that's an easy one.
What if you did like a modernized Tales from the Crypt?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Everybody likes spooky stuff.
Yeah,
and it's a good binge one too that you could throw in a streaming service, and here's your 10-12 episodes. Have fun, knock it out in a weekend.
Yeah, I would watch Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, there's no spooky shows anymore either.
No,
not really.
not like half hour like sitcom show. I think the closest thing that kind of gets there is the new Twilight Zone that's on the CBS streaming.
Oh, okay. Yeah, same idea, right? Like, except for not. It's more. I don't know. They're just different.
Yeah,
similar but different.
I don't know. I have a hard time paying for a streaming service for just one show.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's got to have a couple of things. Have you watched? So Scott mentions the Modern Creepshow series. I haven't watched that.
I haven't watched it yet. Like I said I want to.
Sounds like it might be similar too.
Like I said, I think that would be good. Like, well, speaking of Creepshow, that pop is probably one of my favorite pops now.
Yeah, I saw you got that. That was very cool. It's a cool looking pop.
It's a cool looking pop. Plus, like I said, it has like the so if you remember the original art from like I said the poster or from like the video case, it had the creep. Like I said with the Creepshow comic, and so they actually have the Creepshow comic, so you can barely see it, but it's actually lettered. I said it's actually written on there like Creepshow, like on the actual like little itty bitty comic that he's holding.
Oh wow, that's cool. So, yeah, sometimes they just knock it out of the park with those like little details like that.
That's pretty cool. Plus, like I said, the colors in the box like are super cool.
Yeah, that's one thing that Funko's really stepped up their game from a couple years ago, right? The boxes are all kind of plain and simple, but now you get like foily boxes and glow in the dark boxes and stuff, and just the artwork and the detail is so much better. It's pretty cool.
Shout out to Funko.
Yeah, I know them.
I know them. Well, talking about that though, like, did you see those blacklight ones that they are supposed to be coming out with?
Yeah, they got leaked. It was like the Marvel ones, right? Like, is it Iron Man, like Thor, and maybe Spider-Man?
I think it was Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Spider-Man. I think.
Yeah, okay.
I think it was those four.
Yeah, that sounds right. Those are cool.
But they're pretty cool. Like, so normally I'm like it wouldn't be something I'd go for, but I said if I could do like a little like one of those like baseball boxes, I think I'd actually take them out of the package and actually just do like a. Yeah. I think Nerdsmithing has.
He does. Yeah.
He has like the glow pops and with the UV light in there. Yeah. I think I would actually do the same thing, but with like with the black light pops.
That would be that's a really, really good idea. Especially like it seems like there's at least 4 of them. And people seemed excited, and they're not even officially announced yet. So maybe there's like an exclusive or 2 that hasn't dropped. Maybe there might be enough just to fill up a box of them, just in like wave 1 or whatever. And I actually have 2. I have 2 baseball bat cases over here that I don't know what to do with. That I bought and I can't return anymore. So That's actually a pretty good idea. Maybe I'll hold on to them for Marvel Blacklight Pops.
Ooh, Marvel Blacklight Pops. Oh, it says Wolverine is one of them.
Cool. Yeah, I'm still in.
Oh,
There's really no Marvel character that I'd be like, no, I don't want it. So I think it's a cool idea. It's a way to get excited about those characters that there's a whole bunch of pops of already. So yeah, I'm totally down.
Like, I'm just thinking like what I would do with it, because I think I'm gonna do the baseball case thing, and I think I'm gonna do a Blacklight in there. And I actually have the perfect place for it. So I'm actually looking at, like I said, my TV I have up here, like I said, in the old nerd cave. Like I said, I think I'd do it like sort of right above the TV, just as a source of light too. Like, I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, they're not too expensive. Just wait till like Michael's has those sales, and then they usually have like a 20% off coupon too that you can stack. So that's why I bought those two, because they were on sale. And I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna do something with these, and I haven't done anything with those.
All right. So speaking of like Michaels and stuff like that, so I finally, Larry, remember that print? Remember when we met Stanley, and then we also got those free prints?
Oh yeah.
I finally found a frame for that print.
Because it's a super weird size, right?
It is a super weird size. So at Hobby Lobby, like I said, they have, like I said, a frame for $9.99. It's 50% off right now, so you get it for $5. So it's like the same as those like 11 by 17 frames, but it's for that weird size. I think it's like 12 by like 19 or 12 by 16 or something like that. It's some weird size, right?
Yeah.
But it fits in there. So I actually went out, and I went out to Rona and got these frames. Shopping right now with all this going on at a non-grocery store is the weirdest thing in the world.
Yeah.
It is so weird. So I go out, and I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I got to get it out of the house. I got to get it out of the house. I'm like, I'm going stir crazy. I'm going nuts, right? I'm like, I can't go anyplace. Like I said, everything else is shut down. I can't go out to eat, right? So I'm like, let me try going. I'm like, I'm getting a couple frames for a few different things. So go to the Hobby Lobby, and so they temperature check you as you go in. So you have to have a mask. You go in, and like, it's like everyone's like playing like, you know, like tag in there, where like they're trying to like avoid each other. So like once like someone like is like coming down so they're coming down at you at the aisle, like it's almost like you can like look into their mind, and they get confused, like, what should I do right now? Like, should I keep walking? Like, oh my god, that other person gets too close. I better go down this aisle. It's so completely random. Like,
do they have those things on the ground that tell you you're only supposed to go up the aisle one way? Because they have those at our Walmart that nobody listens to, but they're at least trying.
Yeah, so they have those at the grocery stores, the HEBs here, but they don't have they didn't have that at the Hobby Lobby. The only thing that they had like a markers on the floor at Hobby Lobby was when you went to go check out.
Okay, so to remind you to stay 6 feet away.
Yeah, so it's super weird, but yeah, so that way you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I hung up that. And so
that's pretty sweet.
And then they also had the frame, except for my my Skeletor animation still from Masters of the Universe episode 100.
Oh, cool! Very cool. Yeah, I told you, like, so I bought those. I pointed the right way for the first time on the first try. So I bought those poster frames at Target because nothing else was open. And
Larry, wait, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Shout out to the chat. There should be a goat versus fish pop.
There should be a goat versus fish pop. What's up, goat versus fish? That's awesome.
Going on, goat versus fish.
Yeah, best shout out to the chat ever. Yeah, so I bought some frames, but I still have other frames I need to buy that I haven't done yet. But that's one of the things that I look through, and I was looking through my posters and stuff. I'm like, I got this odd size Stan Lee print signed that is really cool, but I just don't know what to do with it. So yeah, I'll have to check out Hobby Lobby, especially, I mean, $10 I was in, but for $5, half off.
It's literally half off right now. So I got that frame for $5. So I'm like, score.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just to find one alone is a score. Because I got, what else do I have? I bought it's a Bongo Comics Futurama like small poster print that's signed by Matt Groening too. That came from SDCC, but it's like 12 by 18, and there are no 12 by 18 frames at Target, Walmart, or on Amazon, or at least reasonably priced on Amazon. I guess I'm gonna have to check Hobby Lobby because like Michael's, I'm not sure. Like they've got stuff too, but I don't think they were open up until maybe last week. I just feel like I got that, and there's one other one too that was just a weird size. I'm like, what am I gonna do with these? Like, it's
so the size is 13 by 19.
13 by 19.
13 by 19 is the size. Because I actually measured them. Like, I'm looking through my notes. Yeah, 13 by 19. Yeah, and so it's a 13 by 19 frame. And then if you go to like the couple Hobby Lobbies I've been to, because I've seen these frames there. So if you go to where they actually have like where the mats and things are that you can buy, it's like those cheap frames, like I said, that are there. Those prefab ones where you just like pop the glass out.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, it's perfect. Like that's all I need. Like it doesn't have to be super fancy. But yeah, I need at least 2 odd size frames then. So I guess I'm gonna have to hit up Hobby Lobby.
Go out to the Hobby Lobby. So Tyler Calvert asked a question, but would the Funko Pop be goat or would it be fish?
Well, Tyler. Ooh. I'm bad at the clicks because that's usually Scott's job. Well, Tyler, goat versus fish, says Tyler Calvert. That is an excellent question. Well, I'm happy that the chat is happy that goat is as happy as we are that goat versus fish is in the chat.
Well, hey, goat versus fish. I think I remember seeing on your Instagram feed the other day. I said, "Are you bringing back the goat versus fish podcast?"
I think I saw that too. I think there was a new episode.
Yeah.
You might have saw that on Twitter because I follow Goat versus Fish on Twitter at Goat versus Fish. So if you guys aren't listening to the Goat versus Fish podcast, go check it out. It's available on Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you click on Goat versus Fish little avatar icon thingy in the YouTube chat, you'll be able to get to his YouTube channel where he also has some great videos. And if you haven't watched the episode of if you haven't watched the episode of the STS Guys where Goat versus Fish was a special guest, you definitely need to check that out. Because out of our 133 episodes, it's absolutely one of my top 5.
Yes, absolutely. Like I said, Goat versus Fish is welcome back as a guest anytime.
Yeah, absolutely. We should totally do that.
It's to the podcast. So, like I said, also real quick though, I said, we got to get back into some. I said, we got to bring back some legacy. Said to the STS guys.
Oh yeah, what do you think?
I think we need to find another mystery box because
like a random mystery box, like that eBay mystery box that I got.
Yeah, you posted a picture on your Instagram story the other day. I said with a highlight of folks, we have a naked Barbie. Like
you tagged me,
or
you responded to my story.
Yeah, one of my all-time favorite, like I said, the STS Guys moments when Larry busts out the naked Barbie from the mystery box.
It was pretty great, right? It was an eBay mystery box. It is one of my favorite videos. It's pretty rad, man. I could go get it. She's in the closet, but there's nobody else here, so. It's there, man. It's great. We haven't done that in a while. I don't know. Do they even still have those? I know for a while they kind of eBay got strict about it and they shut them down. So it's hard to find a good mystery box.
You know what? I said, we'll have to find one. I'm pretty sure if we do enough digging, we could find an eBay mystery box.
Yeah, it just takes a little diligence, right? Because things go up on eBay and they're not immediately taken down. So you can find it.
Well, speaking of mystery boxes, Judge Jack just opened up a mystery box the other day. Shout out Judge Jack. Welcome to the chat, Judge Jack.
What's up, Judge Jack? And Mike from Talking Pops is here too. What up, Mike?
Mike. Mike says you can find a mystery box. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is gonna be a challenge. So I'm like, we get. You know what? We'll go through the whole thing. We'll buy the mystery box. I said we'll disinfect it before we open it.
God, yeah.
I said this video will it'll be epic. It'll be epic. We haven't done a mystery box in a while, so I think it's about time.
No, that one was one of our first unboxing videos. And we're like, yeah, we're going to do a YouTube channel and we're going to do unboxing videos and stuff. Right. We had, Bandbox, and Scott was getting Loot Crate, and like we were doing those Geek Fuel. Oh, I remember those Geek Fuel boxes. And I'm like, I had to buy the collector's box, mystery box off eBay with the Naked Barbie.
Well, speaking of Bandbox, like I said, I actually just signed up for Bandbox again.
Did you?
Yeah, just because I'm like, you know what? Let me, like I said, there's nothing else going on right now, so like, let me sign up for the Bandbox. Plus, like I said, they actually just started a partnership with Beckett, so like actually now all their certificates of authenticity are actually Beckett certified.
Oh wow, that's awesome! Good for them.
Yeah, so it's a super huge to them, and apparently, like I said, they've been following me ever since I said every step I've taken. So they just moved to Austin, Texas, too.
What? No way! Everybody's moving to Austin.
Everybody's moving to Austin. But yeah,
together. I was watching Geek Together before this. Christina and Damien are moving like in 2 or 3 weeks, they said. So, and I think Josh from Secondary Heroes, I guess, lives in Austin too. I didn't realize that. I think I knew he lived in Texas, but I didn't realize he lived in Austin. So it's a very popular podcast city.
Yeah, it's a very podcasty city.
Yeah. Yes, Mike, I do remember when Loot Crate didn't suck. Loot Crate was fun for a while, man. Like, I got that Groot pop. I got that Joker pop. Like I was into Loot Crate before those came out. So I had it for a while. It was fun. They had some good stuff, but that was a long time ago.
Oh yeah, it was so long ago. Like, there really hasn't been, like I said, a really good mystery box. Like a little good like sub box like that. Like
Not really.
So
Did you see Dark Parlor Originals did their first mystery Funko Pop autograph box?
I almost did it. Yeah, I almost did it. Because I'm like, it's got to be Ernie Hudson. I'm like, who else could it be?
I think it's the puppeteer who did Slimer. Almost positive.
That would be super lame.
Yeah, almost positive.
That'd be super lame. Because like I said, if it was like an Ernie Hudson, I'd be in for like 50
Ernie Hudson would be cool. Yeah. But I think it's going to be Slimer.
That would be
a cool pop. Right, I think it's the one where he's eating the hot dogs and stuff. Like, it's a cool pop.
That'd be come on, not a knock to the puppeteers out there.
Yeah,
but I'm like, come on. That's like I said, I got an autograph in a box one time that was it was I said the puppeteer for BB-8. Like, yeah.
Like,
no one is ever going to know you because I said it's BB-8. Like I said, I know that Anthony Daniels is C-3PO. I can't tell you who. Like I said, I know some like dwarf guy that was like
Kenny Baker.
Kenny Baker.
I knew where you're going.
But I said, but BB-8. I said, who knows who BB-8 is? I don't know.
No, I remember when you got that. Yeah, it was like an 8x10.
Yeah,
like it's cool because it's Star Wars, I guess. But yeah, I've got some insider information that I'm almost positive that it's Slimer.
Glad I didn't do it then.
Yeah. I thought about it. I think it's like $40. It's not bad. Price wise, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I love Dark Parlor Originals. Yeah. But but it's Slimer.
Yeah, it's Slimer. Well, honestly, the only reason I signed up for Bandbox again is because they're starting to like drop more signed Funkos. Because last month they had the guy who played what's his name from Child's Play.
Oh, cool! I don't think I saw that.
Yeah, so they had a signed pop of that guy. So I'm like,
okay.
So I'm like, I'll take some signed pop.
It was signed pop of that. So it's of Chucky or like
Chucky,
the human? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, the guy who voiced Chucky in Child's Play.
Okay, yeah, that's not bad. Did you see Half Geek's old favorite Zobi launched like a cameo style thing where you can get an autograph either on an 8x10 or a pop if it's like a readily available pop, or you can mail in your own pop if it's like a vaulted pop, and included in that price you get like a cameo style shout out video.
Yeah, I saw that. Like I said, it
was like a sponsored ad or something that popped up in mine. The only reason it got my attention is because they had Zach Morris.
Yeah.
Like, ooh. I'm like, ooh. Like, that's something I'm interested. But then I looked at it and it's like, oh, you got to mail in your pop because we don't have any. I'm like, oh, that's when I was out.
Yeah, like the mailing in. I'm like, yeah, come on.
Yeah, that's too much. That's too much work.
It is. I'm like, that's a lot.
It would have to be somebody I really, really wanted to mail in, especially like a pop that's vaulted that I can't easily get again. Like,
yeah, like
I'm good.
Well, then, so I don't know. I think there's a certain price point for everything too. Like, it's just like some of these mystery boxes, like I said, are great. I think $50 is my cap for mystery box. Like,
yeah.
Like,
I mean, anything more than that's a lot, unless you have a pretty good idea what's in it.
Yeah, like so, unless you have, like I said, a guaranteed, like I said, value over that. But if you're guaranteed me, if you're saying basically like the guy whose autograph, like whose BB-8 is like a $40 autograph, I'm like, come on, get the fuck out of here. Like,
he does cons and stuff too, though. I think he is like a $40 autograph, like because I think just about everybody charges $40. Like autographs are expensive, so I kind of get it, but I don't know. Like, was it BAM that had like Woody Woodpecker?
Yeah,
somebody, like one of the boxes had a Woody Woodpecker signed pop. I'm like, I don't know who that is. Like, it's kind of cool, but
yeah, it's someplace up there.
yeah. So
that's what I canceled.
Yeah, you gotta really love autograph pops to want a Woody Woodpecker autograph pop. Or if you really like Woody Woodpecker, which is cool too. But I just don't think there's very many Woody Woodpecker super fans out there.
Like this, I said Zobi's box, like I said, for the 90s, like I said, Mr. Box sounds interesting. Like you have Forrest, so their things are Forrest Gump, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Home Improvement, and Judge Dredd. So it's like
these are random, super random. Like those properties don't really go together, but I don't hate any of them.
Yeah. So the box itself is $40, but if you want an autograph pop added to it, it's an additional $60.
Yeah, no, that seems like a lot.
Wow. So I'm like, yeah.
Mike says that they were able to, like, I don't know where, probably somewhere in Pennsylvania, right? Karen Gillian was charging $40 for an autograph, right? Nebula, and I think she was something in Doctor Who too. $40 isn't bad. I'd totally pay $40 for her. She was here before I was doing signed pops, and I do kind of regret not getting her, but that's all right. If she came back and it was $40 or even like a little bit more than that, I'd probably be interested.
Man,
it was like after the first Guardians, and like Nebula wasn't such a main character in that first Guardians movie. Right, she's kind of cooler now.
Man, I just want cons to come back.
Yeah,
I just want to
that would be cool.
I just want to get stuff autographed and get stuff like. I think that's why I even bought these like stupid Walking Dead cards. I'm like,
it's like a little Comic-Con in a box.
I'm like, I didn't need it. Oh, look at that!
Uh-oh.
Amber Alert.
Texas. oh, I thought it was like a storm warning.
No,
tornado warning.
It's an Amber Alert.
Yeah. All right. Well,
hope they find
okay.
A 1999 Plymouth Voyager.
Yeah. All right, guys. If you're in the Austin area and you see a 1999 Plymouth Voyager, please contact the proper authorities.
License plate LSJ8380.
See, we're doing our part.
Yeah. You know
Some
what?
people might call us heroes.
STS Guys cares. Hashtag.
Yeah, there you go. Hashtag. Oh, well, this was random and a strange hour, but totally worked.
It totally worked. You know what though? Like I said, it's just so I think I found two things they're gonna go into the STS Guys prize pack.
Oh, okay, awesome.
So I think
I've got 3. You're talking about the Super Mega Totally Rad prize pack giveaway?
Wait, did you say Super Mega Totally Rad prize pack giveaway?
I did say Super Mega Totally Rad prize pack giveaway. We haven't officially announced yet. We've been teasing it, but it'll be coming soon with totally rad 80s stuff like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and like Teen Wolf, like from some of the movies that Scott and I have been watching on the Totally Rad Movie Podcast.
Maybe some X-Men the animated series items in there as well.
That is perfect.
Got some cool stuff.
Yeah, it's like really like I think it's easy, right? It's anything like 80s or 90s that we think is cool that we can find. So I've got a couple pops. So we gotta find a few other random stuff, and then we can lock that one in.
So Ed says poster contest giveaway, and he's just laughing. Yeah. You know what? What we'll do? Like I said, it says if you tag us with a poster or one of the STS Guys posters, if you were lucky enough to request a poster and get a poster, I said we'll give you some extra entries.
That sounds fair.
We'll figure out. We can
figure out a bonus code or something.
Yeah.
Ed likes those bonus codes. Ed suggested a bonus code for the Talking Pops giveaway right now, and it got accepted. And I entered it today for 100 extra entries. It was poop.
Poop.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was awesome. That made me laugh because I knew. So I saw it before. Talking Pops did, and I'm like, I don't think Ed realizes, but Mike's probably going to update the code to make it poop, and he did. It was great. That's what I would have done.
You know what? That's fantastic. I do the same exact thing.
I thought it was great. So yeah, that giveaway is Talking Pops 4-year anniversary giveaway. It's got some really cool pops, including that Cheshire Cat in the teacup one from the Disney Parks ride, which is worth like I think $100. So there's that plus a bunch of other really cool stuff. So if you go to like Talking Pops on Twitter, they're at Talking Pops. You can find the link to check that out and get your entries. I can't say that 5 times fast. I can't say Cheshire even. Cheshire. Say it weird to make it work. You know, one thing that dropped this week that I was pretty excited about that I would have never guessed that I'd be excited about was those X-Men 20th anniversary pops.
Dude, yeah.
From the X-Men movies. Like they're actually really cool and made me want to go back and watch the X-Men movies. Right, there's a couple different Wolverines, like really cool Jean Grey, a couple Magnetos, but all those are up for pre-order on shumistore.com. And if you enter code STS Guys, you're going to save 10%. An animated apparel company, you know it's my favorite place to pick up t-shirts. Well, they're back, baby. If you head to animatedapparelcompany.com and enter code STS Guys, you're going to save 10% and you're going to get free shipping. Animated Apparel Company, it's the best.
It's the best.
Oh, and you should check out our friends who have podcasts like Goat vs. Fish, like Talking Pops, Pop Collectors Alliance, Geek Together, Secondary Heroes, Four Dorksmen, The Tyler G Show, Toy Photocast, Movie Retakes. I really need to make a list. And, of course, the Totally Rad Movie Podcast starring me and Scott, which will be back as soon as Scott is settled from moving to Austin, Texas. Bingo Square.
Austin, Texas.
I heard it's... everything is the best. So, yeah, hopefully you pulled up your bingos. Like, we're missing all the Scott stuff, right? So, and Nate. But I'm looking at my bingo card right here. Like, I didn't see the movie or show. There are plenty of random shout-outs, plenty of comments read, plenty of old sitcom references. It's the best. We didn't talk about a few things on here, but I can bring up one. Check out the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast starring former WWE superstar Zack Ryder, a.k.a. Matt Cardona and Brian Myers. Go check them out because that's a great podcast too. Last minute bingo square. Just because I wanted to play this.
Bingo!
That's amazing.
All right, so we think Scott and Nate will be back next week, but who knows?
But you know what? We enjoyed hanging out with all 18 instead of you in the audience right now. Like I said, we are more than happy to entertain you. Like I said, with the likes of our entertainmentness that we have.
Yes.
Yes.
One of the rare 2-person STS Guys episodes.
Well, up to 90. Wow.
Yeah, for the no plan. In case you didn't know, there's no plan. Well, there was a plan, but we didn't do it because Scott wasn't here. So
yeah. So if you guys have a topic for next week,
we'll take it.
We'll take it. Let us know. So we're willing to talk about pretty much anything. no bars bowled. So just let us know.
Yeah, exactly. We want to do a little bit of the road trip stuff because I'm sure Scott will have a story. And Scott can talk about maybe his first week in Austin, quarantine style. You still have to wear masks outside, right? You said you had to wear one in the store, but like it's a law, like $1,000 fine or something.
$1,000 fine. Like I said, if you don't wear a mask.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, Sean. Oh, where's my chat? Sean from the chat, I think brought up a good one. He says, "Yeah, talk about fast food change." And that narrowly beats out best 90s butts from Mike from Talking Pops.
Favorite cartoons? Ooh, that's a good one too.
Yeah. Tyler says talk about Scoob. Tyler, I know Tyler watched it because he had a video. I watched Scoob, Tyler. I didn't really like it. And I'm pretty sure Jeremy hasn't watched it, and Scott might watch it with his daughter. But I don't have a lot to say about Scoob because I really didn't like it.
Congratulations, Damien officially gets possession of the house around Austin June 1st.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
That is huge. Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm looking forward to you guys hanging out without me. That makes no sense.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna have to change that.
yeah, we're gonna have to change that. I've never been to Austin. Oh, Cheryl in the chat lives in San Antonio.
Yeah, super close.
Shout out to all of Texas. There's so many people in Texas. 3 Beers and a Mic are in Houston. Those guys are awesome. We should have those guys on one day.
We should have those guys on. 3 Beers and a Mic.
I like Dwayne and 3 Beers and a Mic. 3 Beers and a Mic. I just want to say that with them. Like, is it weird that like when you have podcast guests on, I just want to say they're like hooks and stuff with them on the podcast?
You know what we should do? Like, so this would be fun and interesting. I don't know how it'd work, but we should basically, like, with all these podcasts that we know, right? We should have each person, like I said, as the guest, do the intro for the show.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like if Geek Feather wants to come on and said they're doing the intro for the STS guys. So instead of like me screwing up the episode number, I said I can let that. I can screw up the episode number.
Yeah. That is cool. That is one thing about Texas. There is a really great podcast community. Like I still want to. Is it? I forget which one it is. Either Dallas Fan Expo or Houston Comic Palooza has a really good podcast area. I think it's Comic Palooza.
Yes, Houston.
I'd still really like to hit up one of those. Obviously, it got canceled for this year.
Because Coral Sword is down in Houston.
That's right.
Yeah, I really want to go.
With Ming and Hunter Pence, and I'd like to go there too. So, maybe we'll have to. I guess that would be next year now. Maybe we'll have to hit up Austin and Houston Comic Palooza like 2021.
2021.
Yeah. Movie Retakes is in the chat, and they confirm it is Comic Palooza. Like that. It's a random bucket list con, but like it's the podcast area, man. Like I wanna go check that out, even if I don't get to podcast or whatever. I just want to see everybody else hanging out, because I know there's a few other. I know there's like another movie podcast that's out there that I can't think of the name of offhand, but there's some good stuff.
All right. We'll get you out here soon enough, Larry. We'll have adventures. So, for episode 133 of the STS Guys, I've been Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
And we're the STS Guys. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, wait, I have to push the thing.
Bye.
Hold on.
Push the thing.
All right, there we go. Logo, and bye.
Bye. Bye.